We begin with the most talked about people in America. Ruben Studdard, the new American Idol, nicknamed the Velvet Teddy Bear by the celebrity judge Gladys Knight. He's on your left, and on the right, Clay Aiken, runner-up to Ruben on American Idol. Ruben, have you two become friends?
Yeah, that's my boy, man, you know.
Go ahead, tell me, Ruben, you wanted him to win.
Say again?
Did you want him to win?
We really didn't care who won, man. We both won, you know.
Yeah, you both come out pretty good. Clay, there's a big story today in the New York Post that you knew the result beforehand. True?
Well, I don't think it's true that I knew the result beforehand. Every Wednesday we go through and try to figure out and put together the pieces to see if we can figure out if we got cut or not. So Wednesday, right before we went out on stage in that last act, we glanced over and Ryan was perusing the card, and I noticed that his card had a long name on it. So I made the assumption, kind of put it together, that a long name was not Clay Aiken because it's kind of short. So I think I kind of had a good idea. I just pieced it together. There was no guarantee.
What was that moment like, Ruben, right before he announced you?
It was great, man. Me and Clay were really just talking to each other about, man, it's about to be over. We get to go take a nap.
No nap. We didn't get a nap.
No nap at all.
All right, now let's get it straight. What did you win, Ruben?
A recording contract and other things.
Like, do you get cash too?
We get a little bit of. But
we don't do it for free.
We're not hurting, right?
and you get a recording contract too, Clay?
Yeah, I was fortunate enough that we're in talks to sign with RCA Records. Yeah.
Now, there was some controversy about the voting process and the vote tally, a little confusion during the show. Let's watch this clip.
Earlier they gave me a number, a tally, that the difference between the votes was 13,000. Our accountant was drunk. Apparently it was still very, very tight, but 1,335, just over 1,335 votes difference between the two of you.
And the correct tally, we understand now, is that right, Clay, was 134,000 is what Fox is announcing. Is that the margin?
Yeah, just over 130,000. I think that what's pretty important was the fact that the percentage that Ryan gave at the beginning of the show was correct. There was just a half a percentage point difference between the two votes, which I just think really shows how difficult this season was. We had an amazing group of 12 talented people, so it was a tough season. It was a tough season for all of us, so it was a close race.
Ruben, how did you come to enter?
I really wasn't going to be a part of the show at all. My friend Sharita Duff, we were both in a band together called Just a Few Cats, and she wanted to audition. I thought the show was cheesy. And look where I am right now.
The king of cheese.
The king of cheese.
Well, how did she get you to do it then?
Well, she basically asked me every day for like a week, and I finally went with her because I didn't want her to sleep outside by herself.
And Clay, how did you get to do it?
It was kind of a someone convinced me to do it. I was working with a 13-year-old with autism in Charlotte, and his mother had watched the show over the summer while I was at home and convinced me, kept nagging me to go do this audition. So I finally said, I'll do it if you'll be quiet. And so I went down to Atlanta and camped out, and here I am now.
Now, a lot of times they ask people, I know on that show they criticize people on looks and the like. Were you ever criticized about your weight, Ruben, and do you intend to do anything about it, or do you think that's part of your shtick?
I mean, I've always been a big dude. You know, I played football. I was an offensive tackle in college, and, you know, I've always been a big guy. I mean, I've always had a lot of self-confidence, you know what I'm saying, and I think I exude that on stage and to other people. So I've never in my whole life really been teased about my weight.
Clay, the latest edition of the National Enquirer, maybe not exactly the tome of the hour, is identifying as Jason Drake in Virginia, who claims you emailed him during the week of American Idol competition saying you thought the show was rigged. Is that true?
That is a story that I haven't even heard yet, so I'm getting the breaking news from you. But no, it's absolutely not true. The producers on the show and the staff and Fox and all that stuff, there's standards and practices that are involved. It's a federal crime to rig a show. So, and we trust the producers so much. So it's there's absolutely no doubt in my mind that the show voting process is completely honest.
Do you know Jason Drake?
Do not know the name, no.
He says that you emailed him, quoted you, that you were concerned about the producers' anger, feared they would fix the vote to get rid of you. All untrue.
Absolutely untrue.
Neither of you fit what Ruben, you would admit you don't fit what you would call the pop idol concept. What do you want for a career? What do you want to do?
I just want to make good music that, you know, appeals to all people, man. I want to branch out and, you know, just have a lot of multi-platinum albums. I'm pretty sure Clay wants the same thing, man.
I can handle that.
Do you want to tour too, Ruben? I mean, you want to do concerts?
Man.
Notice, Ruben, what you're saying here tonight is you want to be a star.
Well, you know, I love music, man, I want to be my dream in life was to become a recording artist, and I'm about to do that right now. But I also live to perform, and I've been performing my whole life, whether it's been in sports or, you know, in band or in, well, with my singing. So, you know, I get to do it through this venue, and I'm excited about it.
And Clay, what's your goal?
You know, my goal has been throughout my life to be a teacher. So I'm kind of taking a different fork on this path. So everything's new to me. We're seeing what doors are open because of this competition. I'd love to. I think I can handle the multi-platinum album thing too. We're looking forward to going. We're looking forward to going on tour with the rest of the contestants, the top 10 in July. So
you all tour together?
We do. We start tour in July, and we're going to take about 39 countries. 39. That's going to be tough work. 39 cities throughout the country between July and August.
We'll be right back with more of Ruben Studdard and Clay Aiken, the winner and the runner-up on American Idol. Later, we'll get more into the case of the Peterson matter, which gets curiouser and curiouser every day. And then Rodney Dangerfield. We'll be right back.